black metal. We are going to be going through my black metal collection today. What is up, guys? Joel, Black.Death.Thrash.Doom. First of all, we're listening to Epoch of Unlight, an old US black metal act, and this is their first album. What will be has been super riffy stuff with unusual vocals, killer drumming, and just a pretty fun atmosphere, actually. A little bit of a thrash influence in there. Anyways, we're going to be talking about my black metal collection, just the CDs for now, but yeah, I highly recommend checking this out for sure. Epoch of Unlight rules. But a few things that I should say is that there's some stuff in here that people are going to be like, that's not pure black metal, that's not Dark Throne worship, and it's got too good a production, and well, actually, that doesn't sound anything like Chainsaw Guts Fuck, so that doesn't belong in your black metal collection. Yeah, I know. I tend to put some of my Viking metal, well, all my Viking metal in my black metal collection. Darker stuff that's not really black metal, like Shining and Root are in there, you know, whatever. You guys can call me a poser all you want. I'll probably point out things that are not quite black metal in case you don't know, but anyways, alphabetically, Aura is the first thing in my collection, and actually a fairly new release and a fairly new pickup. This is their newest album, Aura Triade 2 Hemera. And this is crazy, awesome, atmospheric black metal with super good riffs, amazing female vocals that are screeched and just absolutely powerful and killer and occasionally haunting and melancholic. This is just a great band. They're highly prolific. They've only been around since like 2018, and this is already their fourth album. They actually have a couple EPs, so yeah, very prolific band to keep your eye out on. Aura, so far, have not put anything bad out. They are fucking killer. Highly recommended. Moving on, we've got two Abigail Williams CDs. We've got the Emperor Wannabe, and we've got the Wolves in the Throne Room Wannabe. So you've got, this is a strange band. They've changed their sound many times. This CD, I'm not sure I would really recommend. It is very much symphonic black metal, but these guys started out as like a weird like core band, like kind of metalcore-ish, deathcore-ish, and then they changed to this, and then they changed to Wolves in the Throne Room Worship, and it's just a weird band, and they're pretty fun live though. I've seen them a couple times live, and yeah, Becoming is a pretty good album, actually, even though it is Cascadian, Wannabe, Wolves in the Throne Room Worship, but man, I love the presentation, and there are some decent songs in here, for sure. Ascension Sickness, the very first song, is fucking great. Check that out for sure. Aborum, or Aborim, or whatever, I always pronounced it Aborum, but Fire Walk With Us, Mercenary Music, I love how giant that is. What record label is that on? I can't fucking see it, what? Yeah, it's in your face, but Aborim, Fire Walk With Us. There's a couple things in here that might piss a couple people off, but it's pretty good. It's industrial black metal. Definitely more on the black metal side of things, but there are definitely a lot of industrial moments on here and some pretty cool songs. I actually like Aborum quite a bit, but that is the only CD I own from them. Moving on to Absolutus, and what is this called? Jesus Christ. Obstendit Quam Nihils, whatever, man. Anyways, Absolutus, riffy, dark black metal, but not so dark that it borders on, like, depressive suicidal, but it's okay. I mean, it's a nice black CD and just nothing, and that's kind of how this CD makes me feel. Nothing. It's not bad. I do like their logo. I've got that to say for them. Why I only have one Absu CD is beyond me. I used to have another one or another two, and I'm not really sure what happened to them. Maybe I traded them, or who knows. But anyways, Absu self-titled. I need to get more Absu albums. I really love this band. I'm familiar with quite a bit of their stuff, but for some reason right now this is the only CD I own. Self-titled. Don't they have the greatest logo ever? But anyways, Texan black metal. If you don't know who Absu is, I mean, Jesus, go listen to Absu. Really good, riffy, mystical black metal with amazing drums, and the drummer does the vocals. I think the drummer's like the main writer too, Proscriptor. Anyways, I talk about this CD all the time. I just mentioned it on my channel. I actually did a review recently, but Aeternus, Beyond the Wandering Moon, not going to say too much more about that. You can go look at my review. Super dark, death metal tinged black metal. It's got some death metal influences in there, but it's definitely got the atmosphere of black metal, and it is amazing. One of my favorites in the world, and their follow-up album, And so The Night Became, also very good, not quite as good as Beyond the Wandering Moon, but still heavy and dark and satisfying. Do not listen to any albums after this point, though, because they kinda suck. so standard. I've talked about that before. Moving on, we've got Agalok, Pale Folklore. I like the wood with the wood there. That looks pretty good, actually. Wood with the wood looks pretty good. Anyways, Agalok, Pale Folklore, first album. This is probably my favorite album. Not even probably. This is my favorite album. This one's a bit more black metal than their other stuff, which tends to be a lot more folky and a lot more doomy sometimes, but this one's definitely got the nice black metal influences in it, and it's fucking great. But this is one of the bands I'm talking about. Some people are going to be like, that's not pure black metal. Whatever, I don't care. Dead Winter Days, if you're not familiar with Pale Folklore or Agalok in general, start with Dead Winter Days. That is a great damn song. Moving on to The Mantle, their second album. Now, the thing about this album is it seems to be the fan favorite. And I mean, I guess I can understand why. This is like the essence of Agalok. It really is. It's very atmospheric, it's very folky, it's got this very black metal influence in there. But for some reason, this album kind of makes me fall asleep sometimes. I don't know. It's not bad, that's for sure. It's a good album. It's a great album. It just, it's very dreamy, and I can't get the CD out, so fuck it. I just cut my nails, and I can't do that right now, so stupid digipacks. But yeah, I actually have another version of this on a regular jewel case, the old version. I think this is remastered. I'm not sure. I got this fairly recently. Agalok's Ashes Against the Grain, and this is probably my second favorite album of theirs, though this one is going to be a lot more doomy for you doomsters out there. I really like the black CD with the birds on it. Super badass. I like the presentation in the CD. But yeah, this is a really good album. There's a few really good songs on that one for sure. This one I just straight up am not going to say much about because I just haven't listened to it enough, but Agalok, Marrow of the Spirit. I have a special edition case of this somewhere, but it's protected, so because I guess it's really rare, so this is just in a normal CD case, but this is actually a special edition of the CD. This is what's on the cover. It's in a black cased CD with like etchings of this or something similar to that on the front, but like I said, I kept that protected. You can see it's hand numbered at 2000 right there. So, pretty cool, but again, yeah, just in a normal jewel case, but yeah, pretty fucking cool. I need to listen to that album more, though. Moving on to some Cascadian metal from Washington. This is Alda, and this is their self-titled album. And it's okay. It's not bad. I feel like I used to like this album a lot more. In fact, I feel like I reviewed this album years ago. But don't watch my old videos. Those suck so bad. God, even these ones suck. Anyways, Alda, Cascadian metal. Atmospheric, you know, Cascadian. they're from Tacoma, Washington. I mean, that should pretty much sum it up for you if you like any of that kind of stuff. I guess I have to mention Wolves in the Throne Room again, or even stuff like Ash Borer. But yeah, this is a bit more flowery. I don't know. I don't really know how else to put that. It's not as heavy or as scathing as some bands that are Cascadian. Moving on to another band that has long songs. That one does. Altar of Plagues, Soul. This is their EP, SOL. And if you haven't listened to this, that's what you are. Shit out of luck. Just kidding. This is amazing. Kind of rare, though. This is getting up there in price, or at least last time I saw it was, but this is a fantastic EP. If you take one thing away from this video, it's that you need to listen to the third song. With fire in our veins, we drown in light. It is absolutely a wall of noise and emotion and just vicious yet beautiful musical attack, if that even made any sense. But yeah, it is crazy. It's such a good song and highly recommended. This is maybe my favorite Altar of Plagues material, is this EP actually. Next we've got Altar of Plagues Mammal, which is a really good album. This is a fantastic album. Again, it's got very long songs. There's only 4 songs on this, and God, Neptune is Dead is so freaking good. Feather and Bone, oh god, it's so good. But I hate these like skinny ass digipacks. They're just a pain in the ass. You have to slide it out, and then it's in a sleeve. It's just a pain. I wish they'd stop doing that, but anyways, out on Profound Lore Records. I don't know how available this is anymore, but Altar of Plagues does not exist anymore. Unfortunately, they stopped playing, and this is their last album, Teethed Glory and Injury, and this is a crazy album. I mean, even the cover's crazy, but this is just a wall of noise and atmospheric contamination of the heaviest and most radioactive proportions. It's like cosmic black metal mixed with just ultra doom and some crazy, moody, almost neurosis-y, hypnotic shit going on. It's absolutely soul-crushing, and it's a fantastic album. What a way to go out, but yeah, unfortunately they don't exist anymore, but Altar of Plagues was a fucking force to be reckoned with. From Ireland, if you're not familiar with Altar of Plagues, again, I do recommend probably Soul and Mammal. These two are definitely a little darker, more black metal tinged, not pure black for sure. This one is just its own fucking animal. I wouldn't even know what genre to put this in. Maybe like Black Doom? Black Hypnotic Doom? I don't know, man. It's great, though. Moving on to something that's not great. What a transition, right? It's not bad, but Amdusias. This is their self-titled album. Amdusias is, I believe, a one-man project from Japan. It only shows one dude on the back. I do like his picture. He looks respectably evil there. But yeah, Japanese black metal, it's pretty riffy, very underproduced. I mean, the production on this did not age well, but it's got a nice presentation. I wouldn't pick this up unless you're paying like $3 for it, but I mean, give it a listen sometime. If you could deal with the production of Olvers Nattens Madrigal, then you can deal with the production of Amdusias Sis, self-titled Amdusias Sis. Okay, moving on with another A band that ends with S. We've got Amassois. So Amassois is very much in that French romantic, warmer black metal, such as like Alceste and Celestia and stuff like Mortifera. And guess what? The commonality is that Nige is the dude in this band is who's in those other bands. So if you like Nige and you like those bands that I just mentioned, you're gonna like Amassois. The first song on here is goddamn amazing, but I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. Yeah, but the first one, really good song. One of the songs I didn't like on here as much, I think it was like all acoustic or maybe all soft. I don't know, a little too flowery, but yeah, this does have some merits for sure, especially that first song. Check it out. I don't know how rare this is to get, but Amassois does have a full length as well, and I don't know whatever happened to them. I'm not sure if they're still around, actually. Been a long time since I've looked. Moving on to another kind of mediocre album, I believe. Whoops. Hit my freaking boom stand, my tripod, that's what I'm trying to say. Moving on to a band that's just like, it's alright. This is Amsvartner from Sweden, I believe. This is the Trollish Mirror, and this is an EP. It's got 4 songs, and it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, and it really hasn't aged well, and it really does kind of remind me of this, Amdusias. And if you'll notice, the commonality here, besides them both starting with A, is that they're both on Blackened. And this is just, these are the kind of things that you want to get if you find cheap, and it's cool to own because this is like 1997 or 98 black metal, and oh wow, 97, 98. Okay, so yeah, it's okay. It's neat to go back and listen to that era and get a feel for what was going on back then, the underground back then. These guys went on, though, to play some really weird stuff. If you go listen to their, I think it's called Dreams album, it's completely different and off-kilter and just kind of strange, but this is kind of a neat, thing. I really love the cover, though. I mean, that is like some epicness of a cover. I do love their logo, but their name, Amsvartner, that's just, who's gonna remember that? Much like Anil Nathrak, but everybody knows who Anil Nathrak is, oddly enough, but what a name. I believe it's like part of Merlin's incantation or something like that? I don't know. Anyways, Anil Nathrak, the scathing wall of noise and violence that we all love. This is the Ashatan album, and my personal favorite. It sure is nothing to look at, though, but my god, the songs on this, starting with Bellum Omnium Contra Omnes, fucking killer track. Between Shit and Piss We Are Born is probably one of my favorite tracks, if not my favorite track, by Anal-Nathrak. The Destroying Angel, When the Lion Devours Both Dragon and Child. I can't read right now. It's hard to read when I'm going through the freaking camera here. But, yeah. When Lion Devours Both Dragon and Child. Amazing song. It's just violence. It's just pure violence and chaos and a wall of noise. And again, it doesn't look like much, but this album is killer, and it's still available for fairly cheap. I got that not too long ago. Okay, moving on. Probably my second favorite album by Anal-Nathrak. We've got In the Constellation of the Black Widow, and this has so many good songs on it. This is a great album. Again, just pure, absolute violence, and it's great. It's fucking great, and the art is goddamn great too. But yeah, some really good songs, and a very good album. Moving on, this is my last Anal-Nathrak album, The Whole of the Law. Now, this one I have not spent enough time with. I got this like a year ago, but I've only heard it like twice, I think. It's really good, I just need to spend more time with it. I got a bunch of music at the same time, and sometimes it's just kind of hard to keep up with that shit. But this is a really good album, and it's just a pure all-out attack of the senses, and again, another wall of noise. So good. I feel like such a jackass saying the same things over and over again. It's a wall of noise. It's a wall of noise. This is not a wall of noise. Ancient, the Canian Chronicle. Okay, I know some of you guys are snickering right now. Ancient is not exactly the best regarded band in the world. There's definitely a certain amount of cheese that comes into all their releases, minus maybe their first like two. This does have cheese, but this is one of my first black metal albums I ever got. Somebody gave it to me, and I worshipped that thing, and I still love this album. I know it's got cheese, but it's got some really good songs on here. The art's amazing, and yeah, I listen to this once in a while. It's just a fun listen. It's nothing to take seriously, but yeah, I think it's a fun album. And if you're going to listen to Ancient, though, you should probably listen to the first album. And Ancient is the first black metal band I ever heard, and it was the song Det Glemte Riket from the Metal Massacre 12 compilation, so pretty cool. Fun little fact. 2 more CDs left. We've got another cheese fest. This is the other Ancient album that I own, The Halls of Eternity. They definitely turned the cheese up on this one, but I gotta be honest, I kind of bought this for the album cover, which is superb, and because it was like $3, so yeah, I feel like that was a worthy purchase. But there's a couple decent songs on here. It's like vampiric symphonic black metal. Remember when black metal was vampiric? Yeah, remember Abyssos? But yeah, Ancient's okay. It's not really anything super special. It does definitely have its moments of cheese. Like I said, listen to the old stuff. And the last album that I have for you, we've got And Oceans, and it's actually 2 albums. It's a twofer. And you can really see the difference, or hear the difference between these 2 albums. It's kind of strange that they put these 2 together, because this one is just so much blacker. The Dynamic Gallery of Thoughts. I really, really enjoy that album. Not to say I don't enjoy The Symmetry of I, The Circle of O. This is also a good album, but this is where they started turning up the industrial and keyboardness like a ton, and this album is a little bit blacker. But they're both good albums, and it's neat to have them both on one, well, not one CD, but in one package, and check out that art. I mean, so damn crazy and cool. So freaking cool. But yeah, highly recommended if you've never heard And Oceans before. First of all, they just put out a new album after years and years and years, which is crazy. But Troll Fan, the very first song on the Dynamic Gallery of Thoughts, is a really good place to start. Fantastic song. Fantastic album. What did you guys think of this kind of video? Do you want to see more? Well, too bad you're going to see more, because I'm going to go through my entire CD collection, whether you like it or not. I'm just kidding. I mean, I am going to do that, but let me know what you thought. If you do like this format of videos, would you rather see my dumb face, or do you like seeing just the art and stuff like that? Let me know in the comments below. What's your favorite CD in here? And be sure to like and subscribe. I can't talk, but good time to do a video. But yeah, that's the best way you can support the channel, and if you subscribe, then you'll know when I put out the other parts to these videos. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are amazing, and keep it metal.